So this girl is about to lose her best friend and destroy a family because she agrees to a simple favor. So this girl, her name is Tife. She's the kind of friend who would always say yes when you need help, even when she really doesn't want to. She's been friends with this girl Shola since their Unilag days, and they are so close that there's nothing they don't share with each other, from clothes to every boyfriend's drama. So Shola gets this opportunity to travel to Dubai for some 2 weeks training program with her company. This is a big break for her, but she has this boyfriend, Joshua. Now, Joshua works in tech and he is very independent. Shola realizes she left some documents at Joshua's house that she might need while she is away. Now, instead of asking Joshua to send them, she decided to ask Tife to go collect them. Tife doesn't really know Joshua well. They only exchange pleasantries on very few occasions. She really doesn't want to go, but she agrees to go because she can't say no to her best friend. So, Tife makes the trip to Joshua's place. She sees Joshua's mom. When she gets to his place, everyone calls her Mommy D. Now, Tife being properly raised, she kneels down to greet the older woman. Mommy D is so impressed and says that Shola, her son's girlfriend, doesn't greet her with her nails on the floor. That single sentence is where the problem starts, because Mommy D immediately decides that Tife is the kind of girl she wishes her son was dating. Mommy D says that she is hungry while Tife was busy gathering the documents. Tife was just being the usual respectful Nigerian that will do anything for an older woman, so she offers to cook. Mommy D eats the food and she was praising Tife's cooking and telling her she will make a very good wife. But wait, it gets worse. Mommy D looks at Tife and says her hair is looking rough. She asks if Tife could help her braid it small just to manage until she is able to go to her regular hairdresser. Tife is ready to leave since she's done with what she came to do. But this woman is begging and even promising to pay. So Tife spends the next few hours braiding Mommy D's hair. That same night, Mommy D adds Tife on WhatsApp and sends her this long message about how she's such a homely girl and how she reminds her of her niece back in the village. She starts sending money devotionals and asking Tife to call her Mommy D like she is family now. Even Joshua started texting random thank you messages for helping his mother. Now that is where Shola should have paid attention. When Tife tells her about the prayer group invitation and how Mommy D is treating her like family, Shola just told her, okay, Tife should have stopped after, but she is too clueless to take note of the signals. The weekend hair appointment becomes a regular thing. Every Saturday, Tife is in Joshua's house braiding his mother's hair, cooking, and somehow ending up in longer and longer conversations with Joshua. They start talking about everything from movies to their childhood stories. Joshua started calling her on video call during his lunch break just to check up on her, and every call always ended up with a lot of thank you for helping my mother. Meanwhile, Shola is busy with her training in Dubai, calling less and less frequently. When she does call, she's always rushing because she has another session of networking event. She's living her best life, posting pictures from fancy hotels and business dinner, while Tife is getting deeper and deeper into family dynamics she never asked for. The conversation with Joshua shifts from casual to personal. Their calls start extending past midnight. Tife finds herself looking forward to them more than she wants to admit. She's getting attention and appreciation in ways that feels different from her friendship with Shola. Then Joshua invites her over on a Sunday afternoon so they can cook together. Not for his mother this time, just for them. They are cooking while watching a movie and laughing like they have been friends for years. The effects of alcohol start kicking in and they are both vulnerable. They were so deep and lost in their conversation, that's when they started kissing. What happens next is what you would expect. They sleep together and immediately afterwards, they are both filled with guilt and regret. They promise each other it will never happen again and that it was just the alcohol and the moment. But the moment the guilt fades, they are back in each other's arms again. Tife tries to maintain distance, but every time she decides not to visit, Mommy D calls asking when she's coming, or Joshua sends a message about how much his mother misses her. She feels confused because she doesn't know how to say no to Mommy D. She is trapped in webs of appreciation and need that she has never experienced before. Her own family takes her helpfulness for granted. Her friends calls her when they need something, but with Joshua's family, she feels genuinely valued. The second time it happened, Tife tells herself it's really the last time. But one last time becomes a pattern. Every visit to Mommy D leads to intimate moments with Joshua when the older woman naps or goes to her room. They start spending entire weekends together while Mommy D assumed Tife is just being helpful around the house. Does she really assume though? Tife begins living a double life. She's making up story about work, events, and family obligations to cover the time she's spending at Joshua's place when Shola calls from Dubai, excited about a new experience and the people she's meeting. Tife acts like everything is normal. She's becoming an expert at hiding her feelings. Joshua starts confessing about his own feelings. He's sure he loves Shola, but there's something about Tife that makes him understood in a way he has never experienced. Men and words. They have this deep conversation about whether they should confess everything to Shola, but always end up deciding against it. The week passes and their relationship deepens beyond physical attraction. They start sharing their dreams, fears, and insecurities. Tife starts imagining what it would be like if circumstances were different. If she had met Joshua first, if there was no Shola in the picture. 3 months after Shola left for Dubai, she sends a message that she's wrapping up earlier than expected and will be coming home soon. She doesn't give them the exact dates, wanting to surprise everyone. Tife and Joshua agrees that they need to end things before Shola returns, but they decide to have one final moment together. That final afternoon turns into the worst timing of their life. Shola arrived back from Dubai a day early, loaded with gifts and excitement about surprising Joshua. She still has a spare key to his house, so she lets herself in quietly. She is so excited at the thought of seeing his reaction. Instead, he catches Tife and Joshua in bed together. The scream that comes out of Shola's mouth wakes up Mommy D from her afternoon nap. The older woman comes rushing out to find her son's girlfriend throwing Dubai chocolates and perfume at her son and his girlfriend's best friend. Everyone felt the betrayal at different levels. Shola felt like her entire world has collapsed. Here she was working hard to build a future, while the two people she trusted the most were building something behind her back. Mommy D feels used and manipulated. The girl she had welcomed as a daughter, treated like a family, prayed for every morning, had decided to deceive her all along. The disappointment in her eyes when she looked at Tife is more painful than Shola's anger. Joshua tries to explain. He chased after Shola as she storms out, but then there was no word that could redeem him. Shola doesn't just break up with him on the spot. She blocks both of them on every social media platform, cuts off all their mutual friends who tries to talk her into forgiving, and makes it clear that as far as she's concerned, they are both dead to her. Tife drives back home that day thinking of everything she has lost. She has lost her best friend, even the man she thought she was in love with. Even Mommy D is so disappointed in her. Joshua messaged her, talking about his feeling and asking if they can build something real from what they have. But Tife realizes that what felt like love was really just the need to be validated. Now the advice for today is, when you're helping a friend, know your limits. The first problem wasn't that she wasn't too helpful, it was that she didn't recognize when helping was actually hurting everyone involved, including herself. The moment she felt uncomfortable about the increasing intimacy with the family, she should have stepped back. I hope you learned something today, guys.